Hey, Tricky, can you hear me now? Hopefully, we got volume. I hope we got volume. I hope we got volume. Maybe we got volume. I don't know. So, like I was saying, it's always something. Thank you, Tricky. I would have been talking to myself this whole time. This package came in from Robert Burke, Snikt. I got it from the metaphorical auctions. I got won a couple of auctions through him, and he's got a lot of cool stuff. He pops up with some stuff. Some stuff is, really good deals. Sometimes it's fair. Sometimes it's, he's fishing to see what people are going to be offering. You got to know what you're picking and choosing when he puts stuff up there. But um, he always comes up with some really interesting stuff and stuff that other people don't ever um, necessarily auction off. So that's the reason I like to, pick and choose what I get from him. You know, but I've never been disappointed. He packages well. Obviously, he puts them in Gemini mailers, blue tape, masking tape. As you could probably tell what's on the top. But I'm excited about this a lot because I like some of the old stuff that I get from him. He packed this thing up good. How am I going to open this thing up? Oh, man. He put packing tape on the bubble wrap. Can't stand packing tape. I really can't. It drives me nuts. It drives me bonkers. It makes me go ballistic. It makes me go. Oh, this guy did it all the way through. You're killing me. What's going on, Evil? How's it going, Mike? Now you're going to get to see me struggle with this. God damn freaking packing tape. I hate packing tape. Listen, he packed it well. Don't get me wrong. He did pack it well. And they're all milers, too. So that's nice. That's really nice as well. Ah, damn it. Damn you. Damn it. And now you got to see what the top book is. So now you got it. Got my screwdriver. If it wasn't for my screwdriver, I would never get past this thing. Yeah, I know you love to see me struggle and go nuts with these stupid packages and whatever the case is. I was trying to be nice. Gave the guy some comments. He always packs nicely, and he did pack this nicely. I just hate the damn packing tape. It drives me crazy. No, I will not get a knife because I have a screwdriver. Screwdrivers do the job, and then I can unscrew things with them, so it works. So the first book that I got from him, probably could see this. What if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? This is the original What If #1. Now, this is the second copy I have of this book. I think this is an upgrade, and that's the reason I got it. I think it's an upgrade from the copy that I got. Yeah, New York and no knife. Politicians here took our knives away. We can't have guns either. 5 years later, he really did join the FF. Yeah, he did at one point join the FF. This was a good one. Everybody that likes these classic Marvel bronze, this is copperish bronze. I don't know. I think this is on the fence of being bronze copper. I don't know. It's like right on those middle years. If it's a 50 cents book, so I think it's got to be a copper. So, damn you, phone. Every time I do the live streams, my phone has to ring. But What If by far has been one of my favorite series. I know everybody's specking on them in that case, but I always loved What If. What If was always one of my favorite outlets as far as comics are concerned. So I got number one. This was part of one lot. Number four. What if the invaders had stayed together after World War II? And you got some great classic characters. I hear invader characters. You got Captain America, the original Human Torch. I think this guy's the Wizard. Wizard. Kind of sounds like somebody that pisses on people all the time. The Wizard. Um, and you have Submariner and this chick right here. I don't know who she is, but it's interesting. It's an interesting book. I like to say. I actually never read this one. Bronze is up to 82, I think. Yeah, it is up to 82, but I don't remember when the actual price change happened when we went. I know these are all copper, the 60 cents books, but I'm not sure about the 50 cents books. So I got What If Conan Walked the Earth Today? That should be interesting, right? I love Conan. If Gary B is watching right now, envy, envy my Conan in all the splendor and glory. I got it. This one's mine. It's not yours. You're not going to get all the Conans. I could get some too. Um, to homage this cover to something. I forgot what it's homaging though. If anybody knows what the homage cover, what homage cover this is, let me know. There is something of significance that has the same exact cover. I don't remember who. He probably got it. Yeah, he probably did. This guy got every freaking Conan out there. Everyone. So this was the third part of that lot, and this was the last book that came in that lot. Nothing significant. Marvel Superheroes. It's a reprint. It's really nice condition. Really nice condition. Considering these books were like really big reader books. That's right. Days of Future Past. I think that you're right. No, it wasn't Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past has all the posters of the wanted signs in the back, of no the dead mutants in the back. They wouldn't have that unless this is like that without the dead mutant. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna compare them. I'm gonna figure this out. This got me remember. I gotta remember. This is Medusa, the most uncanny of all the humans. I think this is probably reprinting that first Medusa Fantastic Four, which I think is number 34. A bunch of other reprints are in here. Fun books to read. Not a lot of value, but this was part of the. It is a nice cover, Digger. It really is a nice. I love these solid black, solid background colors. Whether there's the yellows, the blues, the reds, the sharp stuff. I love these books. These are great, really great. So got that one. Now this was by far the big book that I wanted from the lot. Uh, Amazing Spider-Man number 30. It looks in decent shape. Actually looks better than look at this spine. Third issue. Days of Future 84 actually. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. 84, 30 issue. Not sure what you guys are talking about. Are you talking about what issues this is reprinting? I could easily find out. I could open this thing up and find out if you're that curious. But this, for me personally, was the big book of the lot. I was very pleased to get this. Oh, he didn't put any backboard on it. But they're all in Mylars. I think with a clean on a press, it will stay somewhere mid-grade. Nothing super high grade on this, but it is an early Spider-Man book. And these are becoming more and more difficult to obtain, and whenever you can get them at a good prices, I strongly recommend. Homage is the third issue from Days of Future Past. Wasn't it two issues only? Days of Future Past, wasn't it? X-Men 141 and 142. There was a third one that was mixed in there. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. It's Wolverine and Kitty. That's what it might be, actually. It might be one of the Wolverine and Kitty Pride covers. That actually might be. I don't know. I'm like losing it. So, Amazing Spider-Man number 30. Nice copy. And what I was saying is I really really strongly suggest anytime you find these books at a decent price. I think this one cost me like 20 or $25 or something like that. This was part of a lot, and it was an add-on. And I'll show you the rest of the books I got on lot. 12-cent Amazing Spider-Man's. Like I said, you got to grab these, and it's a decent shape. Then the next book that I got is Avengers number 61. Again, nothing very, very significant about it. Decent grade. I think this might actually be in better condition than the one that I have in my collection. So it might be a swap. If not, it'll be a trade book. So one of the things I've been thinking about doing, like I'm picking up a lot of these Silver Age. I'm trying to complete an Avengers run, which I have a lot of, from 1 to 100. I have a lot of those books. And often, sometimes I forget, or other times I'll pick up books. Like I'll forget I have an issue, and I'll pick it up if it's cheap. Or sometimes I will pick them up thinking that it's better condition, and I keep the one that's a better condition in my collection, and then use the other one almost like either for trade. Somebody might want that same issue, and I might be able to trade it for another issue that I need. Or it might be a situation where thought it was a 4-part. No, there was Days of Future Past was there was a Days of Future Past miniseries that came out years later in the 90s. Years later, that Conan copy is in like early 80s, so there's no way that it's homaging that. But the original storyline of Days of Future Past was in the Uncanny X-Men storyline on issue 141 and 142. But these are good books to have. Like I said, I don't believe I have this one. I think I have this one, but I think it might be in better grade. And if that's the case, I'm gonna keep the better grade one, and then I'll use the other one for trade or whatever the case. Hey, Six Face, how you doing? Greetings. And then the final book here. The final book is Avengers 51. And this one I don't believe I have for some reason or another. I don't know if there's anything significant to this one. It actually is in a very nice shape. There's a couple creases, but overall presents really, really well. And that's all I could ask for them to present well. I really do want them to present well. You know? And that's the unboxing that we got from Robert Burke, Snikt, whatever you want to Snikt. The guy with the Wolverine stuff. He's all like nuts about Wolverine, by the way. He is berserk about Wolverine. He loves that guy. Everything Wolverine. You put a decent Wolverine key up, he's going to bid on it. He's going to buy it. He rarely sells them. He keeps them and hoards them for himself. I don't know what he's doing. He's building up some kind of monster Wolverine collection. But glad that he's selling these books. So I got these books. A really, really nice package. A really, really nice overall package. I'm very happy for it. I'm very happy and I'm very grateful for everybody that's in the chat today and just want to let you all know, you guys are probably subscribers here, but otherwise you probably wouldn't know I exist, and I do appreciate you. And it looks like we're actually going to get close to getting 150, which is mind blowing to me. It's absolutely mind blowing. I have either like 109, 110, or 111, something like that, um, subscribers, and I didn't expect to get there. Well, thank you, Evil. I love that I exist as well. Otherwise, if I didn't exist, there wouldn't be someone out there. There wouldn't be someone out there to go around harassing everybody in the YouTube comic community. Apparently, that's my role. I got opinions, and people obviously like to engage with my opinions, whether they're good or not. And um, it gives me a platform to vent and sometimes rant and show off my comics and to do all kinds of stuff. So I'm so appreciative of everybody that has subscribed, and now I think it's real. Like this is like really real right now. We have that in common. What do we have in common exactly, Six Face? That we harass people, or we just like cool comics. I think both. But now this is becoming real. Really, like this is becoming really real. So I'm gonna have to do some kind of. Yeah, I bet you love my rants. Everybody loves it when I like lose my mind about stuff. Like, I'm glad I amuse you. Am I a clown? Am I here to amuse you? Am I here to entertain you? Apparently, I am. Oh, that we're opinionated, Six Face. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. You got your opinions as well. Um, well, if you can see right now, these are some sketches that I was doing um, as concept art because I'm actually doing a specialized custom cover for somebody on a comic, and they requested to have Jean Grey and Cyclops on there. So this is just concept art, not finished, not refined, not clean, or whatever the case is. It's just an idea. Cyclops with Jean Grey in the background doing her, Jean Grey thing, her Phoenix thing, and just thinking like because he wants us to cover a way to be able to arrange them. Like right now I'm thinking like again, everything's not anatomically correct. It doesn't matter to me because these are just concepts that I'm doing. Excuse me. I promise you, it's not Corona. I'm not dying. Maybe it is. I don't know. 139 and 143. Just saying. 139. 139. I gotta go back to my books. I'm losing my mind, Evil. You're probably more right than I am. You're probably more right than I am. You know? But now because of what's happening, I'm gonna have to, and we're getting to that 150 thing. I gotta make good on the subscriber giveaway that I talked about. I have to. I know I was right. I was just being nice to you. I'm always right when it comes to specific, obscure comic facts. But I was just trying to be nice to you, Evil. I didn't want to, you've been so nice to me to watch the chat while and chat with me, and you know, not say anything obnoxious. So I was trying to be polite. Yeah, those are the two main. Those are the two main issues, and those are the most significantly. Um, the whole Days of Future series is 139 to 143. You know what? You might be right. You might be right. For some reason, maybe I just got stuck on those two because those are the most significant books out of the lot, and by far those are the two biggest covers out of that lot. So you could be right. You could be right, and And as I was saying, now I have to make good on the subscriber giveaway. So what the hell am I going to do? I got to give you guys some good stuff, some cool stuff. So, and I think the homage is minus the newspaper. Maybe, you know what? Maybe you're right. It could be the case. They might have just. Let's take a look at this. This could look like that. It definitely could look like Days of Future Past. And maybe because of the lack of the people died out on the back. Hey, Chop and Block, how's it going? Chop and Drop. That could be the case. I love this art, by the way. I really do. So now I got to come up with some good stuff. Good stuff. What am I going to come up with? So I'm going to come up with some nice sets of books that people might enjoy. Some might be spec. Some might be just stuff that I really, really like. I'm going to do some custom art for people. You know, not like this crappy one. This is concept. I'll do something a little more refined, including stuff. I'll add those in there, give you a little bit piece of me. Maybe I'll even throw in some of the characters that I've been working on my own private book. You won't know who they are and why they're there until the comic comes out, but maybe I'll do that. But I think it's time for me to actually put together a subscriber giveaway. And I don't know, how monumental is 150? Is that a big deal? I think the fact that I got freaking 5 people, I was ecstatic. That was monumental to me. The 150 sounds pretty epic. I was ecstatic when I got 69 people. I wish I stayed at 69 for a long time. I just got a kick out of that. 50 was a big deal. So I got to do something pretty epic, I guess, for 150. Pretty epic. So I got to find some good stuff to give away. Some good stuff. And I think I know already. Anything over 1 is epic. Correct, sir. Anything over 1 is epic. Actually, everything over 2 is epic for me because like I got my mom and I got my dad and I got my wife and I make my kids subscribe to me. I got about 10 people that are fake ones. No. Actually, my entire family doesn't even know I do this. So, it's exciting. The fact that anybody is actually watching and people are actually interacting with me the same way you are. I think that's really cool. Tell me, let me know. I got a big chunk of books from a dollar bin that are pretty damn obscure that I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a separate video or just show them off here. But if you guys are up to it and you want me to show you what I picked up, I'll show them right now. If you think I'm droning on for too long and you're tired and this video is too long, let me know as well. And I'll cut it off and I'll make another video and I'll try to entertain you with that one. But tell me, do you want me to show you the big chunk of books that I got? Let me see. There we go. Look at this thing. Look at this. What do you think I got out of here? What do you think I got out of here? Evil, thanks for dropping by. All right. 282 newsstand just broke out a record for 815. Oh, are you serious? 282 9.8 newsstand just is sold for 815. Holy crap! All right, looks like I got a couple people that want to see that fat stack of books. All right, let me start showing you guys all. All right, I'll do it. This is for the people. All right, people. Now, some of them came with backboards, so they're all like kind of mixed up and mangled. Because I put some backboards on the front and some in the back, and some of them were raw without any plastic. So I put those in the middle to try to protect them. So there's no rhyme or reason on how they are, and they were just as I was plucking them. So the first thing I got, this was pretty interesting, and you know some of this is spec, some of this is curiosity. So this is a curiosity. Walter Campaign of Terror. Look at this freaking thing. Number one of four. You got this guy in chains. He's got this iron face thing that's holding him back. He's losing his hair. He needs Rogaine. It's a Dark Horse book. Had to pick it up. It's interesting. And it's a number one, and it's obscure, and everything is getting optioned. But that's not the reason I got it. I just got my curiosity. This one is pretty weird. So the next book. Oh, so I've been on a kick to start collecting some of these older Scott Campbell books. J. Scott Campbell. So he did a whole run of these Gen 13s. So anytime I find them for a buck, I am picking them up. These were all a buck, by the way. This entire stack was a buck each. Not a buck for all of them. It would be great if I got a buck for all of them, but they're a buck each. Then the next book is Nostalgia Time. And since everything is going nuclear for no reason whatsoever from the 90s, let's get some Cyberforce number one. So anytime I find any of these obscure, overprinted image books that are number one at least, or if there's something significant or key, I'll pick them up and add them to the collection. Why not? It is a good cover. I love Silvestri art. But, the series for me sucked in general. But again, Youngblood, who else? Cyberforce, Wildcats, all these things. I'll take all the number ones and see what comes out of them. So the next book on here is Solar Man of the Atom number 22. Why did I get this? Just a cover by. I don't really like this series that much. I think there might actually be some kind of first appearance in here. But it's a nice, cool Joe Quesada cover, which I love. And that's the thing that I love from these Days of Valiant. I love the Quesada covers that you had back then, and I love the Bart Sears covers from back then. So I picked them up. Why not? For $1, can't go wrong. And now we're starting to get into the interesting stuff. So Spectacular Spider-Man 134. Just a really cool red cover of Spectacular Spider-Man. Part 1, Sin Eater Released. Sin Eater Released. I don't know what the hell that is, if there's a character called Sin Eater that shows up for the first time. But what I will tell you is this. Amazing Spider-Man is going through the roof, all through from beginning issues to the last issue. Everything Amazing Spider-Man is selling. And that's always been the number one choice for collectors. Amazing Spider-Man has been always the go-to. But this was the second oldest and longest ongoing series for Spider-Man for many, many years. So I feel that when people get overpriced completely from all those ASMs, they're going to start looking at those Peter Parkers and then onto the web of Spider-Man. So if you're a compiler and you're a completionist and you like to put runs together, you can find these for a buck and they're in good shape. And this one is in good shape, actually. It might actually be neat, very fine. It might be, it's worth picking them up if you like the character. If you don't like the character, you don't care about the runs, don't do it. Next on the list is Invaders, number 34. Just a mangled Invaders book. I like Invaders, but more I got this one as a restoration project. This one's all effed up. This one's really, really messed up. So I like to get books like this that I might actually want to keep in my collection and practice restoring them in the best way I can, or practice cleaning them up and pressing them or whatever the case is. So I'm going to play with this one to see what I could do with it and make it look really nice. Wow, two Uncanny sold back to back. 800 and 815. That is insane. I can't believe that Bishop cover is going for that much. It's nuts. Then next on the list is Moon Knight number 6. Now this one I just bought because it's Moon Knight. Everybody's going nuts over Moon Knight. This is a pretty interesting cover, to be honest with you. I don't even know the series that it's from. But I picked it up just purely on, let's see what this is all about. And it's got a really cool Harley Davidson comic strip on the back. So, Warren Ellis, I don't know what run this is. I only know the original Moon Knight run that I read. That went, the original one. And then I know the one that just started now. I don't know anything in between. So, when I find these for cheap, I'll pick them up just to try to get myself knowing what I can. And if one of them hits for one reason or another, then so be it. If it doesn't, I paid $1 for it and I got to read it. Next on the list, when this I got for a couple of reasons. One, it's another one of these clean and press kind of situation. It's giving me a chance to clean and press it because it's got some nasty dirt on here. I might need a tetanus shot after I open this one up. And the reason I got it is the Crusader called Marvel Boy. Okay? So what you might not know is Quasar was originally called Marvel Boy. And originally, Marvel Boy first showed up in an Incredible Hulk issue. So this has to be some kind of reprint of that. So this is a little bit of speculation, a little bit of fun as a project, and a little bit of a curiosity. Oh my God, this thing is so dirty. I need to, what the hell? So let's see what this is all about. This reprints, let's see if it actually tells you what it reprints. Marvel Super Action. These are all reprints. I know they're reprints. Probably represents Marvel Boy. Oh, what the hell? Why isn't it telling me what it's reprinting? Division. I love it when they say Madison Avenue, New York. Copyright 1977. So this was pretty old too. Copyright 1950. Medallion reprints. Medallion Publishing Corp. Now somebody's between 12 issues. Marvel Boy. I don't know exactly what. I can't tell. I don't want to bore you guys. But it's interesting. So this is the original Marvel Boy, and this is where Quasar comes from. So is this something? Did I hit some kind of crazy book by getting this? I don't know. But what I will tell you is, for $1, it was worth the pickup, and at the same time, it's also a project for me to try pressing and cleaning. So it's worth it for me. Anybody knows anything about this, let me know. Next book is Original Sins, number 5 of 5. Anybody know anything about this series? I don't know. The only thing, the Hulk is when he becomes Quasar. Captain America 217, is that where the original Marvel Boy comes from? Maybe. I'm going to look it up. I got to do a little research. I don't want to bore you guys by trying to figure out the thing while I'm here. It'll take me forever to figure it out. But hey, why not? I got it. It's something to it. This one, I don't know anything about the series other than there's an Original Sin that's supposed to be the first Silk or Spider-Gwen. No, first Silk, I think. No, Spider-Gwen. First Marvel Man, later becomes Quasar in Incredible Hulk 234. So why is this guy called Marvel Boy? This guy's from the 50s. There's something to this. This is weird because he's got the same bracelets as Quasar. He's got the same overall look too, and he was called Marvel Boy. Back from the fabulous '50s, special collector's issue. I think this is a reproduction to one of that 50 books, and I think people might have forgotten about that book. To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm going to find out. It's something worth looking into, especially if you're one of these Quasar freaky spec guys. I think this is worth looking into somehow. I'm glad I picked it up for a buck. For a buck, yeah. But this supposedly from this series, this is an awesome cover, by the way. Look at this cover. Look at this freaking cover. Um, supposedly, this book has some kind of Spider Gwen, or not this one, but in this series, like some Silk first appearance, pimp cover. Yeah, it is a pimp cover. Uh, so I don't know anything about the series. I saw it for a buck. I picked it up. Awesome cover. Why not? Next on the list is just a filler book, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 342. Looks like it's that clone of Magneto on there. Into the Void. Filler issue. Like I said, nothing out of the ordinary. Then I found this, which this was I was surprised to find in dollar bin. Batman Year 3, Part 2 of 4. I'll pick these up all day, every day, no problem. So it was Silk in ASM number 4, but that had something to do with Original Sin. I'm not sure exactly what it had to do with Original Sin, but hey, whatever. So I like these books, and I'll pick them up for a buck all day, every day. Then the next book is Infested Road to Spider Island, Amazing Spider-Man number 665. And again, filler. I'm not going to go ballistic with the later issues of ASM picking up, but this cover for me personally was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love the whole movie theater look on it. It looks like it's a Stegman cover. That enough said. Significant or insignificant? I don't know. So this is part of my other. Let me grab whatever weird number ones I find. King of the Night from Dark Horse Comics. Anybody know anything about this? Let me know. It's got some Conan character on it with a bunch of monkey people in the back, the Neanderthals, I don't know what they are, that are freaking out in the back because this guy's walking. I don't know. But Kings of the Night by Robert E. Howard. Why not? It's a number one. It is a cool cover, though. And then I heard amazing things about the Hickman run of Fantastic Four. So now I'm going to start compiling and picking up as many of these Hickman run books so I can start reading these issues of Fantastic Four. Got it for $1. Awesome cover. That's it. This is spec. The funny thing is I had this entire series, and some of these I had in duplicates, believe it or not, for Avengers West Coast. I was actually one of these nuts that actually read Avengers West Coast. I actually liked them, and I got them every month. They were in my pull box. And this was an entire section of my collection that I got lost. Either lost or got water damage. I don't remember which boxes were damaged, which ones got lost, which ones got stolen. But this was one of those things. I had the entire run of Avengers West Coast, and now I'm finding for $1 again. Just a few months ago, these things were selling like crazy. All these issues that have to do with the Scarlet Witch and Dark Scarlet Witch and all that stuff. So it was the TN issue. Original Sin was an event. Okay, so it was an event. So I guess Original Sins is a different thing. Okay, that makes sense. So this I got partially nostalgia. 2, it was a buck. And 3, people went bonkers over these books. So let me grab it for $1 while I can. And it's actually in really decent shape. Really decent shape. Then this one is completely on a flyer. It's an Avengers book. I like Avengers, but this would never grab me in any way possible. The only thing is it says time slide. See, time slide. And because of Loki, anything that says time or time slide or anything like that, and I'm getting it for cheap, I'll pick it up. This was one of these dollar books. Why not? And then we got another filler book for Uncanny X-Men, 380, which is another filler book. Great cover, by the way, of Wolverine. And then we got The Invincible Iron Man #1. Yes, this is not the one with Riri Williams. I don't think so. I don't think it is. It is a Warren Ellis Invincible Iron Man #1. But look at this cover, and it is a #1, so I got it. And it was Extremis, one of 6. I guess this was affiliated the same Extremis that was in the movie. I don't know. I got to catch up a lot with these characters. Next book that I got here is Batgirl #21, purely cover by. Look at this freaking cover. Look at this cover. How could you walk away from a cover like this? I can't. I'm a sucker for this stuff. Then I'll give you two for your look. This is a little bit of nostalgia. This is a little bit of Kirby loveliness. These are amongst the last new character concepts and comics that Kirby had created in the 90s. This was his attempt to make another universe for Topps Comics, Captain Glory, Night Glider, in the poly bags with the card included. They were $1. I wasn't going to pass them up for $1. Hey, I'm going to give Jack Kirby some love. You know, they were not well received, by the way. Six Face, you might like them, but they were not well received at the time. People hated them. I think it was too much of a throwback to the 60s at the time, but I think just like anything else goes retro, everybody gets back into it. So the next book on the lot is a very interesting one. Get Craven #1. I was kind of shocked that I found this in there. Now, everybody knows that Craven's coming to the MCU. I think there's something to this series. Don't know what it is, but I think there's something to this series. It is a really cool cover, and if nothing happens and this thing goes to 0 value, which it won't, there'll always be some value to it, I'll be fine with it because I like this cover and I like this book. So I'm going to try to actually get this whole series of it's 7 issues. So I'm going to try to get all 7 issues of Get Craven. But I got #1, so which should be the most difficult one. So I got it, Craven off. Then I got Hell Arisen #2, Luther versus the Infected. Only got this because I saw Hell Arisen, which had the first punchline, I think, in there. Supposedly it's a decent series. I found it for $1, so let me start to collect this little mini series. I think it's a 4-issue mini series. So if I could pick up each one of them for $1 or $2 a piece, I'll put it all together and get it. Then here's some more nostalgia, some more FOMO, some more spec. Force Works #1. If anybody remembers, look at this back cover too. It's actually cool. This is almost like what took the place of West Coast Avengers during this time. And it was another Iron Man, Tony Stark formed team. You have Iron Man, you have U.S. Patriot, you have Spider-Man, a woman at the time, a Wonder Woman, a Wonder Man, Scarlet Witch. And do we have anybody else in here? No, that's it. And we got this. Which one's going to be a sleeper, Six Face? You think Get Craven might be the sleeper? I think Raven's going to be Sylvia. This might be a sleeper too because there was actually a cartoon in the 90s that people don't remember. Force Works somehow associated. There's something to this. So I picked it up. It's got this like pop-up thing poster on the front. It's intact. For a buck, that was a great spec. Now here's a sleeper. Now everybody's specking on War Machine, right? Everybody's War Machine. Everybody loves War Machine and Rhodey. Well, people don't realize they know that cover by War Machine. They know the cover by War Machine, but they don't realize, including probably the store owner, does not realize that this is actually the first War Machine. You want to know how? I'll tell you how. That's how. That is how. This is actually the first War Machine. People don't realize that. It's a cool cover. Tony Stark may be dead, but Iron Man lives again. He's not called a War Machine, but this is the first time Cody, what's his name? What the hell is his name? Not Cody. I keep calling him Cody. What the hell's his name, man? Come on, help me out. What's War Machine's name? His real name. Either way, it'll come back to me. But this is a sleeper book. You find this for a buck, you grab it. You find multiple copies for a buck, you grab multiple copies. And you know what? If nothing happens, it'll still be a buck. But if something does happen, you could do well with this book. And it's a cool coffin book, The Death of Tony Stark. Why not? This was a fun buy. Warren Comics, Whitman Comics, TV comic, Super Friends, in the Timeless Immortal. Some big rabid gerbil thing is going to eat the Super Friends. What a strange place for a mine shaft. That's not a mine shaft, that's a burrow. Oh my God. Hey Jerry, how you doing? It is a big stack. I didn't go nuts. Most of these are dollar books. You missed out on the first of the stuff that I opened up. I had some nice silver in there. I'll show you a couple things if you stick around. Otherwise, replay and I will show you that as well. I will. You could see them in the beginning. But this was a fun book. This is a nice, fun read, and it's also another project to learn how to clean and try to press and try to pretend I'm Jerry the Jitterbug, and mangle books not as nicely as he does. This is another one I got, Captain America by Ed Brubaker, number 1. Don't know anything about the series, but it had a classic Captain America image. It was a number 1. Don't know this series? Well, why not? Captain America 1. This one was a spec pick because everybody's berserk and nuts about these stupid cartoons and these stupid toy lines that everybody made comics about in the 80s. And this was one of them, Centurions. Centurions number 1. I found it for a buck. I got it. Maybe it's going to go $1 billion. $1 billion. And everything's going to go nuclear. And then I'm going to be rich. I'll be able to retire on Centurions. Don't think that will be the case, but hey, for $1, can't go wrong. This is a fun book. Now, I'm a sectars. This is a really fun book. ARG. I love books like this. I love not brand Eck. If anybody knows that from the 70s, 60s. I'm sorry, this is from the 70s. That was from the 60s. Not brand Eck. And in the 80s, going to the 90s, there was another series called What the. I always had I got a kick out of these like parody Marvel books. Love them. Got it for $1. I just realized it's got all the monsters on there: Dracula, the Mummy. Looks like a crazy photographer. Hey, I love it. I'm all in on this. Love it. And then the next book that I found is Catwoman #1. So again, don't know anything about this series. Looks like an interesting cover. Not necessarily my favorite kind of art, but it's an interesting, clean cover. It is a #1, so I picked it up for $1. Can't go wrong. How's it going, Emmanuel? Did you check out IG eBay seller selling Ultimate Fallout facsimiles for hundreds of dollars? You know what? There's a lot of scam artists out there with those damn freaking Ultimate Fallout reprints, and they made it so damn close that people are getting fooled left and right. And buyers got to beware. You can't be stupid. And like, I don't want to say stupid. I did say stupid. I don't want to say that. You can't be moron. No, not moronic. You can't be foolish. That's the proper word. You can't be foolish, and you can't just be naive and believe whatever you see that's the actual real book. And that again, you can't do that. You just can't. And buyer got to beware where you're buying them from. It's got to be a reputable source. People hate eBay. Okay, people hate eBay. Thanks for jumping on, Jerry. Thanks for jumping on. Uh, People hate eBay, but I'll say something about eBay. If you're from the buyer's end and you buy something that's being projected as an Ultimate Fallout 4 or first print, and they give you a facsimile instead, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a refund, or you got a better chance to get a refund and tracking down that person and like getting away instead of getting it from IG. So I'm not a big, unless you know the people directly that you're dealing with IG. I know that there's a lot of good faith and stuff like that in the community, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you're going to be spending big buck books with IG members that you've never done any business with, they better be damn local, and you go and pick them up and pay them directly. I don't trust them. Not that I'm saying that it's always going to be the case that they're going to do the wrong thing, but I'm a little bit I'm a little bit concerned with that. Hey, Hidden Gems, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. So I've talked about this. I've talked about this as far as Ultimate Fallout in the past. When I got my copy, I talked about that briefly as far as people imitating that. I've talked about that on Slim Comics as well with Rob and the boys as far as uh, people doing nefarious things and pretending that it's the real copy. But you have to be careful, and you have to make sure that you're going to the right sources. So be careful, people. That's my piece on that. So the next cover was another J. Scott Campbell cover, Gen 13, #4 this time. Again, I'm building a run of early Campbell issues, and Gen 13 was one of those series that there was a lot of J. Scott Campbell. No friends and family invoice me. Yeah, I mean, you could get away with doing that a little bit as far as I only do business with J1, AM, KM, Amber, Max, Southern, and Sands. Okay. All right, Manuel. I'll tell you the guys that I've done business with out of that group that I will tell you. And I'll tell you who's good and who's not. J1, top notch. Great packing, great shipping time. Comics are always delivered as described. Never have a problem. AMKM, solid. They got their own store now, so they have even more on the line as far as reputation and everything is concerned. Not the quickest on shipping. They're not the quickest on shipping, but you get decent deals on them, and they always deliver. They always do the right thing. and sometimes they'll throw freebies or whatever the case is. They're pretty good. Amber, I've never, I've, hey, Lost Comic Kid. Um, Amber, I've never used, and she seems like she's on the up and up. So I'm gonna definitely try her out at one point. I just haven't won a lot from her to be able to make a review. And I've reviewed a lot of the people we're talking about right now. And I'm not gonna mince words. You guys know I don't mince words. If I don't like something, I'm gonna say I don't like it. Max, I said Max. I never got from her either. I never got from her either. So interesting. Southern. I'm assuming that Southern Comic Geek. I haven't gotten anything from him either, but I hear very good things about him. He's got a good name in the reputation. Max has a pretty decent reputation as well from people I've talked about. Um, Amber, I haven't really talked about with anybody that got stuff from her. Max, if Max packs like J1, she's top notch. She definitely is. She top notch. I just got from the box that I opened up in the beginning. If you weren't on, Emmanuel, was from Robert Burke. He packs well, but he does not pack like J1. And if Max is the same way, I don't think she's probably top notch as well. And Sands, I've gotten stuff from as well. He's very good. He's on his game. He packs well. He ships well. No complaints from him. And he got pretty decent deals too. Really decent deals. I love getting stuff that I missed from New Comic Book Day or my LCS thing from AM Chem, because these guys get everything. They get everything, even the obscure stuff. They get the new stuff, so they're good. I'm definitely going to order something from Max soon, at one point or another. I just haven't. It's just sometimes it happens that I bid on stuff, and it just so happens that I'm not the winner. Sooner or later, I'll end up winning a couple of lots from them, and I'll test them out, and I'll review them same way I review everybody. So next in the lot, I got a bunch of True Believer and facsimile covers. One, because I just wanted them, and two, this is the other thing that I gotta get a kick out of. They don't say the name of the title. This is obviously, I believe, Green Goblin number 14, which was the first Green Goblin. Also got a little bit first fight with the Hulk. Shortbox Patty Wana is a great dealer. She does mostly YouTube auctions though. I'll check her out. Sick Face, I'll definitely check her out. But here's the thing that amuses me about these. One, they're True Believers. It's nice to have them to breed and stuff like that. And sometimes they even get value, these things. Look at the Ultimate Fallout facsimile. It's going to go through the roof. But look, the criminally insane Green Goblin. I just find that amusing, the way they title them. The next one is a reprint of, what's it? Marvel Premiere number 15. The first Iron Fist. True Believers. Again, I'm getting it. This one is The Astonishing Ant-Man, The Incredible Shrinking Doom. Look at that. This is actually a reprint of, I want to say, Tales to Astonish 34, maybe 34, I believe. First Ant-Man in costume. Then you got True Believers, Annihilus. This was a reprint from probably Fantastic Four number 6. This one was just weird. I love this old book. There was a comic called actually Bizarre Adventures, and I believe this was number 1. And I lost that book, believe it or not. I don't know where it was. It's one of those books I lost, but it was one of my favorite covers of all time, and I haven't been able to find it in the back issue bins anywhere. And when I find a nice clean copy of the original book, I'm going to pick it up just for nostalgia and just to have it back in my collection. But in the meantime, this is going to be its play saver, the True Believers, Phoenix, Bizarre Adventures. Then we got the criminally insane Bushman, True Believers. This is obviously the reprint from uh, Moon Knight #1. Got a kick out of this one. And the last of the facsimile slash True Believers. These are actually all True Believers. I didn't get any facsimiles. I thought I got some facsimiles, but Avengers Forever #1. I do have the run of this somewhere, but I picked this up for $1 just because I wanted to read it again, and at the same time, there might be something significant going on in here because of that whole Kane connection and blah blah blah. So I picked it up for $1. Can't go wrong. So done with the True Believers, the reprints, and let's get back to the weird spot. The City of Silence, 69, an Image comic. I never heard of this book. But again, it's a #1. It's an Image book. It's weird as hell. Look at this. You got a half naked woman running away from two, I don't know, drugged up people. Got this, I don't know, was she a pothead? And this guy's looking at her, and I don't know. There's a lot going on here. People love this crazy stuff. Maybe I'll love it after I read it. It's a #1. Why not? This is another one of those obscure runs that I do. I'm picking up all the New Universe #1s, and this is just the #1. New Universe was a flopped new company that looks cool, looks like Freeze books kind of type of book. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys know, Manuel. I don't know if you know. I'm the one that got them all into the freaking weirdo stuff. Like as far as calling it Weirdo Wednesday and all that stuff. Um, I would give both the Freeze Brothers and AMK every time they pull up their weirdo books and all that stuff. So I give them all that crap and brought started calling it Weirdo Wednesdays and Freaky Fridays and etc. etc. So there's a reason. Like I started with me and the Freeze Brothers got into it when I picked up that first set of Mad Balls from them. And that's actually in one of these videos that I did in the past. So, New Universes, which is one of those weird collections that I put together just because. And Hawk and Dove 5-issue miniseries, #1. I know there's some kind of show going on with Hawk and Dove. It's #1. And the other thing that got my curiosity, this at one point in time was a $6 book. And it's in a dollar bin. So let me buy it for $1. Why not? And something else that I like about this one, I like the fact that they had this custom, little character in the UPC. Did Liefeld write that Image book after he got hooked on coke? Hey, let me see. Maybe. No, it's a Warren Ellis book. Gary Erskine, D. Israeli, Laura Depew, no Liefeld. Although Hawk and Dove is a Liefeld. Hawk and Dove is a Liefeld cover, believe it or not. Actually, I think he did the inside too of it. And look at this. There's actually partial feet in here. Look at that. And they're not horrible looking. There are feet. So let's go on to the next one. Fear Itself, Fearsome 4. I've been collecting a lot of these Fear Itself books. Not necessarily Fearsome 4, but look at this cover. It's a homage to Fantastic Four #1, using the Man Thing. Really cool cover. Really, really cool cover. And I'm starting slowly to actually somewhat enjoy this Fear Itself kind of situation. So keep going with that. This was a really fun cover. old Batman book, The Many Deaths of Batman, Part 2 of 3. Batman number 234. This one smells funky. This one smells. You got this, the full blown dollar bin smell in this one. Definitely. But look at this, all these coffins, everything that they got over there. And then the next one on the list is actually probably one of my favorites from this lot. Get Craven was a nice one as well. Action Comics number 328 for $1. I will tell you guys, if I find Silver Age, Marvel, DC, maybe Charlton, maybe even Dell, maybe even other stuff for $1, and it's silver, and it's 12 cents, or it's 10 cents, I'm picking it up. Unless the cover's completely destroyed and the half the pages are missing, I'm picking it up because I am a Silver Age guy. I love Silver Age, and every time I pick up a book like this, I get happiness. And this one for me is all happiness. And then the next book is The Incredible Hercules. If you saw, I think last week's video on Slim, I was showing off another haul of dollar bin books that I got. I got a whole run of The Incredible Hercules. This is one of the issues I was missing, 128. And this was, it's actually a really cool cover, by the way. It's got all the heroes on it, Dark Reign. I'm digging these books. And then the last book, I don't know if there's anything to this book, but this reminds me of some freaking cover. The reason I got it is because it reminds me of some cover, some magazine cover. I don't know what Inferno is. It's a number 1, but there's something to, I don't know, there's something about this cover that I had to just pick it up. I just had to pick it up. I'm going to try to figure out what this is homaging. This is definitely homaging something. But I got it for that reason. You know, again, like a lot of these books that I got here, they're all cover buys, a lot of them. Some of them I got purely on spec. This is spec. This is whatever. This is spec and cover buy. These are specs and nostalgia. Some of them are spec. Like this is completely spec. I don't know what that. Time Slide, Avengers, West Coast Avengers. Some of these are spec. And then you got stuff that's meant to be in my collection. Like these. These are collector's pieces. These are staying in the collection. You got a good shop if they are dropping silver in the dollar bins. You know, sometimes I think they mess up. I don't think they drop them on purpose in the dollar bins, or they just don't realize that they were left in there for some reason or another. But you know, some of these boxes have been sitting there. Nobody can get through all of them. All mangled, destroyed in this specific shop. So I don't know. Sometimes they don't hold any value to them. They're like, you know, like I got this book. You know, this is where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I just had it. No, we got this book. This is a nice silver book. I guarantee you, when I open it up, it's going to be in choppy shape. I could tell from the spine already. It's all messed up. But I don't care. For $1, I could see the whole cover. If I open this up and all the pages are here, that's my bonus. I love these books. You know, but they don't value them the same way, especially the DCs. Especially the DCs. The you know, and I'm telling you, DC is going to have its day again, one day or another. I'm not a DC guy. I'm actually more of a Marvel guy, especially from that era. But I can appreciate DC very much so. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's my haul. I don't know if there's anything here that you guys would have picked up, would not have picked up. If you think a lot of this stuff that I got is junk or crap, if you like it as well. Either way, let me know. And like I said, I'm gonna start building for this freaking 150 subscriber giveaway. Thank you so much for everybody for subscribing to me. And when we get to that 150 point mark, I'm gonna have to make a video and explain to everybody how to enter it and the whole nine. I gotta figure it out. But until then, like I said, every video going forward, for every time we hit 25 comments, you don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. It'd be nice if you do so. But as soon as we hit 25 comments on each video, I will give away a comic and a sketch leading up to the 150. And then we're going to start to figure out what else to do after that. But I'm thinking of, I'm going to have to come up with something really cool as far as the 150 subscriber giveaway. And when I do, I will lay it all out and I will make us some video, tell you how to enter it, and we'll take it from there. But until then, thank you for joining me. You keep collecting, and I will keep recollecting. Thank you for joining me. Thanks. How did I tell this off? Come on. Come on. All right. We got it.